And hello, and welcome back to an all-new episode of the War Fortress. And the giant is that Ganat Hose Voshnikot has come, a gigantic creature resembling a human, almost unparalleled in size. So we are getting attacked by a giant, which I'm happy about, because it means that my fixes are working. So, let's go right into the fight, but first off, we need to decide if we actually want to fight this guy, because as you might remember, I put up a lot of cage traps, and I have an arena, so I could put him into an arena and let him fight against goblins if we catch them. I guess we will just fight him, just for the sake of it, because we didn't had a lot of fights since the beginning of this Let's Play. So, let's have a look at him. He's used special fragrance, the Hail Action. And his hair is extremely long. He is thin, his ears are very splayed out, his teeth are widely spaced, his lips are very thick, he has a low voice, his short eyebrows are low, he has a prominent chin, his short head is extremely narrow, his slightly sunken bronze eyes are slightly rounded, his hair is dark tan, his skin is burned umber. So, now you know. Okay, first off, everybody gets into the outside danger area. And, of course, I don't think, but we will talk about those later. But, let's try something out here. Let's bring up the stingers in this area. And I think the moving boulders will not fight, at least not all of them, only very special people, namely Mouse, the Hammerwort, Cellphone, the X-Man, and Brummy, the Swordsmaster. Okay, Norskin will also be used in there, just because I like him. Okay, and that should be it. 4 guys against 1 giant, while hopefully bolts will rain upon him, and I think some of the cats will die because there are a lot of cats outside, but I'm actually okay with that, because if you look at our cat population, it's getting problematic. Okay, yeah, I will do the botching later, but let's make sure that everybody runs in. Okay, no one is carrying logs around this time. My military dwarves, oh yeah, they grabbed their stuff. Brummy, Mouse are here. He's not running in, because he shouldn't. Tracker and Rocket. So I will have at least 2 guys ready for the fight. Ready for the glory. Ready to engage the giant. They just crossed the big hole that presented itself as a I have a lot of monsters. That presented itself as a grave for some of our best miners. Okay, now he's crossing the brook. Things are getting real now. My fighters are on their way, with Brummy leading the attack. Norskin and Mouse are right behind him. I don't know where Cellphone is. Delayed, like always, I guess. Our singers are getting into position, and hopefully will start a bolt hail on him. Yes, and they start. Good. So, looks like our crossbow dwarves are fixed. At least one of them is. What is this? Berry wood and persimmon. And the bolts will fly for a while, and if there's only one single enemy, it is very unlikely that it will hit him. Because, well, it has a long travel time. But it's better than it was before, where they didn't shoot at all. Okay, and first guy is in. Brummy kicks the giant in the right upper arm and the left foot, bruising the muscle as her first attack. And Norskin runs in, and he just sprints at him, basically. while Boromir slashes the giant in the right lower arm with his steel short sword, tearing the muscle, and artery has been opened by the attack. Motor nerve has been severed. So, right off the bat, he cannot lose his lower arm, and he strikes the giant in the lower body with the pommel of his steel sword, bruising the fat. And Norskin jumps in and slashes the giant in the left upper arm with her bronze scimitar and fractures the bone right away. And the giant charges at the Swordsmaster and collides with the Swordsmaster, and he's tumbling over, falling backward. So Boromir is on his back, looking up to a giant, but Norskin is right behind him, and Norskin lands another hit. Bam! And the Swordsman and Norskin is just stabbing at him. Wait a second, Norskin is the guy with the bronze sword. So, bada bing bada boom. Okay, he charges over and Norskin Boromir slaps the giant in the right lower leg with the flat of her steel sword while she's lying on the ground. And Norskin jumps from his back and he stabs the giant in the right foot and fractures the bone and totally destroys the foot basically. The giant just falls over and he screams, "I've been wounded," and it's annoying. And the Swordsmaster punches the giant in the upper lip with the left hand, bruising the muscle. And Norskin slaps him again with the flat of his scimitar, with just bruising the fat. And then he stabs him right away, like he goes from the right to the left, slap, and then lifts his sword and stabs him in the upper leg, fracturing the bone, and the tendon has been torn. While Boromir is back on his feet and he stabs him in the left lower leg, and he stabs him again and again, and just chipping the bone, and the Hammerlord comes in and fractures it. So the lower leg is now broken, and he's just like, "Oh, I've improved my wrestling." It was very satisfying because he's not on the smart side of things, not realizing he's losing the fight actually. As Norskin again slashes the giant with his bronze scimitar, tearing the fat, and a flying persimmon wood bolt strikes the giant in the lower lip, tearing the fat and bruising the muscle. So, and something happened, and he loses his upper front teeth, and that should be it, I guess. The Swordmaster stabs him in the chip in the bone. Sentinel has been revealed. He kicks him again, and he keeps being bashed with the steel warhammer, this time in the left cheek. And the Swordmaster slashes the giant in the front teeth with his bronze scimitar, and the part sails off in an arc, so he loses some teeth, fracturing the right ribs with the steel warhammer, and he is probably using. Oh, okay, that's it, I guess. Because now they are going into lock grips and grabs with the giant, while the giant isn't even fighting back, like he's missing, and he cannot even hit our dwarves. Like not even the armor's protecting them or their shields. It's just the giant is not being able to hit them at all. And the Swordsmaster stabs the giant in the lower body with her bronze scimitar, tearing the muscle, tearing the spleen. The Hammerlord strikes the giant in the left hand. So now it's just about who will land the killing blow, because the giant is on his back and he loses his left hand, as he also loses more of his teeth. And bolts are just hailing in, and there he goes, he dies. And he dies by the Hammerlord bashes the giant in the head with his steel warhammer, bruising the muscle, fracturing the skull, and the Swordsmaster stabs the giant in the head with his steel short sword, tearing apart the muscle, chipping the skull, tearing the brain. So this kill goes to Boromir the Swordsmaster. And let's see actually how many kills he already has on his sword, because I have this feeling that this sword will get a name soon. So let's have a look at it. Steel short sword. Why has he iron graves and iron high boots? He should have steel boots. So we need to change that. Here we go. Steel short sword on his right hand. And he killed Isilef, Hail the Giant, and 6 other kills. Some goblins, troglodytes, and the Reacher. So 8 kills on the sword. and I think it will be named soon. Talking about named thing, we have one named sword, the steel short sword, that is being carried by... I don't even know who. How do you find out? Tarkus. And he slayed the Forgotten Beast with it. And some losers. But this is so far the only sword that has a name. The Chenflake, the Uncommon Fire. So, yeah, that's it. The giant has been slain. It was a pity attempt to take Stoneembraced in this face. If he would have come 2 years earlier, well, he would have gotten a good chance, but not this time, man. Not this time. So, let's have a look. Let's set this to inactive. And our Mark Dwarfs hit stuff, which makes me happy. But you might have seen that the station they hit from kind of changed. And that is because our tavern has nearly been built. I'm calling this a block basically because it's just a square block, but it will look good when it's finished. Down here we have the living areas made out of poultry logs. This is our dancing area, tunnel tubes and fungi wood and more poultry. And I will use as much fungi wood as I can because it's quite uncommon. Here we have a lot of really good auto class tables, which will be the dining area. Up here will be the food and the wine. And all our way up here will be a training area for our mercenaries and also a lookout for our crossbow guys, because this area will not be there anymore. A soon update. You can cross into the tavern with this bridge. There will be a lever, which I will build right away actually. T and L. So they can close themselves in there. Don't have to worry about anything crawling in. Talking about crawling in, we need to close this wall here. And there's a trick I have for you. Because, oh, I think I don't want to have spore trees. I want to use real stone here. A second wall. Here we go. Let's use conglomerate. And I also should put a roof on this, but I'm leaving this open. This is a nice weak point. Yeah. And so there's a problem that the constructors will run in and start constructing, but they will stand up here to construct down there. Which means that once this wall is open, they are standing up here and cannot go down again. And to prevent this from happening, you only need to build some walls around it. Well, just build some walls around it and suspend it, because then they think that there will be walls later there and they will not stand on it, so you can be sure that they will construct it from the downside. Same here. I needed to put up a staircase up here so my guys could actually access this area, because I want to have gold blocks like as a gate up here with the statue of our king on top of it. And when I remove it, they will stand on the right side to remove it, so I need to put up a wall then here to remove this area. But, okay, I kind of started recording earlier than I wanted because the giant appeared. Because the living area is not ready yet, I'm putting up goblin caps, beds. But well, while we're at it, I think I can actually put up the tavern itself. It will draw visitors. If the visitors are happy here, they will try to join our fortress or become mercenaries if they are fighters, which is exactly what we want. We want human fighters, maybe even goblin fighters, no elves. Human and goblins is where the money is at. We might take some elves just to fight them in arena, but... Oh, wait a second. Oh yeah, he got just interrupted by the giant cave spider. That's not... Oh yeah, talking about giant cave spiders, Captain of the Guard, Aldefra. She had a close encounter with one of the Jabberers. Actually, the Jabberer I pounded out last episode, and she got into a fight with him and lost one of her legs, and her left arm artery and motor nerve has been severed, so her left hand isn't working anymore. So she's kind of one-legged and one-armed right now, but that's actually alright because, as I said earlier, I want her to be as weak as possible. Okay, looks like we can grab new webs, so let's close this area, not this one. So our webber can get in and grab more webs. And while we're doing that, oh yeah, one thing. I have this roof here, and this is like that one big roof that will be seen from the upside when you come down the hills. So there's a lot of puke on it right now because, well, all of our dwarves vomited the whole time while they were building this area. But I can change these things with different colored logs, like down here. I put one tunnel tube log down here, so I can write anything on this thing. Like, not really anything because, well, it's just like bit things, but I can like have a big S for stone, or have like an X for, well, we are the woodcutters. And I want you to decide what I put up here, so just type it in the comments, and the comments with the best ratings and maybe what I like the most will be placed up here. So just come up with something and I will try to do it. Anyway, okay, I guess I need to show you how to set up taverns because we haven't done that. So, activity zone as always, and this time assign as meeting area and a location. And we call the Sanctum of Pride and Sanctum of Fortresses, but we need not a library, we need an inn this time. Inn and a tavern. Okay, and then you just hit it, the L, no, not the L, you go to it, then hit D for details, and now we can set up a tavern keeper and a performer. I don't know yet who that will be, because I need to look at how good they are at making music and, well, being nice to the guests, so I cannot take everyone. But let's name the area, and it's the inn. Oh, wait a second. It's not the inn. The tavern is not the thing. Pub, maybe. Damn it. Okay. Actually, we make one to the inn. We want a real name, and it's gonna be Woodend. Woodend. Oh, can we take Forest End? Yeah, it's going to be Forest End. The joys of ale. Fortuluson Ilia Maktok, Forest End, the joys of ale. Because we will serve ale in there, and I think it should be in the name. Okay. So, Forest End is going to be a tavern, and let's hope that people will talk about it and visit it. So, let's set up more of the area here. What is this? Oh, this is our old pig plants area. So, let's set up more of the area here, and then you can assign it as meeting area, change assign location, and just use this as Forest End Joys of Jail, which will make this area being used too. I don't want the living quarters to be used, and I will tell you why in a second after I set up this location here. Meeting area, assign location, Forest End Joys of Ale, be C and F fortification because I have put up this fortification here. Okay, this should work. And now we are going to make a bedroom at this size, and then you can assign location, and I assign the forest end. And do it again, assign location, forest end. And if someone stays in here, like for a long time, he will actually take a bedroom. The economy option has been disabled right now because the economy wasn't working in the earlier version. Otherwise you would get silver for people staying over. But this way you're just getting happy people, I guess. You're not really gaining anything by having people stay over. It's more like a roleplay perspective. But that can be enough sometimes. So, now assign making the dining room. Put it up here. Current owner. Assign location. Forest end. And of course assign this meeting hall because I also want my dwarves to go in here and have fun. Okay, what else do I need to do? Oh yeah, I need to put up food. So, our regular thing. Disable this, enable this, and forbid all but prepare food. And same here. And this should be more than enough. Okay, disable, enable food, and this time the drinks. Drinks, and put up this, and put up this. Okay, this should work. And he's coming right over with his instrument. Oh yeah, we need to set up instruments, by the way. And for that we need a container, at least one. I will put up more. The reason for that is that they will store the instruments in containers, and which will be taken out for the music. You can also place real instruments if you have them. There are instruments you need to place, like this crazy organ type of thing I pointed out at an earlier moment. Now it will be placed in here, and my dwarves will go in there to make party. Let's hope that I have enough mugs. I can actually check that by going to just type L and go in over here. Boxes, bags, and come here at 20. Goblets, elf, needed are 10. Stored items, desired are 5. I have 5 in there. Rented rooms total 0. I have 2 rooms, and the dance floor is big enough. Okay, now we need to assign a tavern keeper and a performer. So, doing what we are always doing when we need to set up things. We are going over. Can I do it now? Yes, I will do it this episode, because then I have finished it. Connect to Dwarf Fortress, and we will go over to our Dwarf Therapist. So, and the thing we are looking at this time is the social area. And it should be social awareness. So we have Mungle, Millsleep, Cornhard. Cornhard is my mason, I don't want him. Millsleep? Oh, he's Novice Cook, he has done nothing in a while. And Mungle is an adept engraver, so Mungle and Millsleep are pretty high up there. But let's have a look at their traits. Violent, wastefulness, vengeful, trust. Is it? Yeah. So, Mungle. Where is he? Here he is. And where was it? Politeness. Politeness. Okay, he's at 0, so that's not bad. But he's also perfectionist. No, he's not. He is in perseverance. Okay, good. I thought he was a perfectionist. That would have been actually also pretty cool, but I guess that's not in here. Is musicality in here? I don't think so. But let's have a look at if I can add this. Traits, social, alternative. It could be a straightforwardness, teacher, persuader. Nope, doesn't seem to be. I actually don't know if I can look it even up here. Traits maybe? No, I just looked at traits. Roles, military. Let's have a look at the roles. I think this is just giving me the roles. The regular rob jobs, not the leader, broker, appraiser, lord dwarf. This is just telling me what I could use. But tavern keeper is not one of them. Alright, so let's see what Mongol is actually doing in our fortress. Q Mongol. Engraver, dabbling wrestler, dabbling building operator, pump operator. Oh, competent poet, adequate speaker, adequate musician, novice keyboardist. Okay, so he has at least some expertise in the area. So let's go with Mongol as one of our performers. And here is the big problem, which I hope they will fix in some update, because you just have this wall of text. You cannot actually search for someone. So we are searching for Mongol. Montagna. Mongol. Sometimes they are not even in there for some reason. I haven't figured out how that is. It's quite a new addition to the game. We have Biotis, which is also an engraver. Keyboards engraver. Tanita engraver. Farmer engraver. They will get better at social stuff, so you kind of not have to be fixed on using someone. Oh, here is. You don't have to be fixed on using someone that is good at the get-go, but so of course it's nice to have them. I also like to have my ex-military dwarves that got badly injured and cannot fight anymore to be the tavern keepers, because I cannot imagine like this whole story of them being like the good old fighters, and now they are just in here and telling their old stories to the people that are coming to listen. And as I said, they will get better, and most of the times they are good managers if they were in the military and they have good discipline and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of the whole thing I am deciding it on. But if you can have good guys from the get-go, I don't see a reason you shouldn't do that. Okay, what was Reichert? Reichert has no job, as it looks. Okay, let's have Reichert. Reichert as a tavern keeper, because he was actually super nice. I remember when he arrived. Reichert. Is to the Brockert. Etzger, Warmer, Spitzschleif, Rosling, Rupert, Valdera. Oh! We have a kid that got old enough to be a beekeeper, but he has not a name yet. So. Oh, he is. But I will do that when I set up the military, because I now need the military that is also defending this area. So now we have a tavern keeper and one performer, which is not a lot, but once we have a few visitors, we will of course size the whole thing up. Throw away his left hand, and I cannot use his corpse, so throw everything away that is left of him. Maybe make a statue or something. I don't care. By the way, what are these teeth? Oh, these are Tanita teeth. So I think I need to bring them in at some point. I guess my corpse area is filled up. No, it's not. Oh, they should be brought in. But anyway, I'm ending this episode here, and I will see you on the next episode of Dwarf Fortress Stoneembraced.